Hey everybody, what's up? It's Mason Dykes and I'm back with another video. Today I got something special for y'all. It's the first of my Technique Tuesday videos. I mentioned I was going to start this series for you guys a while back, and here we are. The first video I chose to shoot for you guys, I thought a lot about this. It's the stance, okay? Like they always say, position over submission. I'm sure you guys have heard that in the martial arts world. But it's also just, very similar in a fight, period. Being in good position is super important. All right, so for this first video, we're going to break down our fight stance, or at least in my opinion, what is the best fight stance. I've put a lot of thought into this, and I asked people like Ryan Jensen, my coach, who's a ex-professional fighter, and I've learned a lot from him. I've asked Derek Menner, who's another professional MMA fighter, UFC vet, another bad motherfucker. I asked Nick Hemmers his opinion when I went to a seminar, and I also spoke to somebody like Corey Sandhagen, one of the best strikers in the UFC right now, what he thought about fight stance. I also asked, there's another one, Trevor Whitman, right? So I put a lot of thought into this, and everybody had a good answer, but this is what I put together. All right, we're gonna use a line to help us. All right, so me, I found a random crack in the gym on the floor, and I also put down a jump rope just to show you, like, you can find any kind of line. This could be a shoelace, could be your hand wraps, right? It could be a crack. I'm gonna use this line. Okay, my foot positioning is super important, right? When you're gonna build a structure, you got to start from the ground up. I'm gonna use this line and split my body in half. Okay, in fighting, we have this thing called our center line, right? Remember that, it's a key detail for fighting. So I'm splitting my body in half. I'm not on this line, okay? I don't want to be tight roping. That's too narrow, right? You don't need to be focusing on like how to balance when you're in a fight. So feet are on both sides of the line. My front foot is at 12 o'clock, okay? Not at 1 o'clock, not at 2 o'clock, not at 3 o'clock, right? Not at 11, 10, at 12 o'clock, right? I'm not telling you you can't change things depending on the situation, okay? But this is my fundamentals, foundational fight stance, okay? This front foot's at 12 o'clock. This back foot, okay, depending on two things, right? If I want more power, I'm going 90 degrees, all right? If I want more speed, right, I'm trying to cheat some speed, I'm going at 45 degrees. I don't like to square up all the way, and I definitely don't like this toe pointing backwards, all right? So either 90 or 45 degrees. All right, when I'm here, the next step is going to be my shoulder trajectory. All right, I want my lead shoulder higher than my rear shoulder. Okay, so if I stand sideways, I'm not here, I'm not here, I'm here, boom, right? If I turn here, shoulder trajectory, I'm boom, right here. I fight behind my lead shoulder. All right, it's like having an extra hand up. So my feet are good. I'm fighting behind this lead shoulder. Another thing is people tend to be square, right, when they're first starting. I don't want to be super square. This is what we call a full man, right, a full target. I want to give them a half man. My feet are good, shoulders good, I'm bladed, right, like a wedge trying to split a river or something. Like if I was walking through a river like this upstream, I'd get blown back. But if I split sideways or even like walk sideways, I'd cut through it. Once we get these things right, the last thing that we need to add in is our hand positioning, okay? What do I do with my hands? I like this lead hand to be shoulder chin height, right? Depending on the sport, some things might change, but I can either be all the way like in tight, or I can loosen this up and play more of a long guard, all right? This hand doesn't drop down unless I'm doing it intentionally. Okay, that's not foundational stuff, so that'll be another video. But here, this hand shoulder height, ready to block, cover block, answer the phone. Okay, for my other hand, I'm gonna have this thumb knuckle glued to the corner of my mouth. All right, that's just good position. Okay, just remember that concept. This hand right here, thumb knuckle touching the corner of my mouth. I'm halfway between blocking something coming up the middle or catching something on the side. I'm not all the way here and I'm not all the way here. I split it. Okay, and this, when you put it all together, is almost a perfect stance. There's one more detail, okay, and this is one of the biggest details that people fuck up. You'll hear your coach say, get lower in your stance, get lower in your stance, squat, whatever, right? There's a special way to do this. All right, I want a hip hinge. I don't want to actually like squat, right? Then my quads are super activated, my calves are working, my lower body is feeling a lot of that weight and pressure. What I do is I push my butt back, boom, okay? So I have everything right. I'm in good position. This is what I consider to be the perfect stance, and I have power and speed. I'm super technical here. All my head movement is available, right? I can wrestle. I can do everything from this fight stance. All right, so if you want to see more cool fight tips and techniques broken down on this channel, make sure you guys like, subscribe down below.